Hello, and welcome back to the West Atlas Tower. Just kind of outside of Leyndell. Last time I went down through the tunnel here, came up all the way over here. So now I'm going to continue exploring within this ring and doing what I can, which there might be something here. There's definitely a knight fight here. I don't know. I think right here is where you can fight. There's a dung eater encounter that happens somehow. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. But it will go well, I hope. I'm just going to focus on that though. So yeah, today will be hopefully finally getting in. I mean, if I focused on it, I could definitely get into Leyndell without an issue. But getting into Leyndell will be the goal. Okay. Okay. I didn't. I mean, this gets a lot weaker than the one over in Caelid, so. I guess I should be locked on, because it's kind of hard to track that. I guess Waves of Darkness is pretty bad against this guy, because it's not going to stagger him. And every time I use Waves of Darkness, he's going to jump away, it seems. Okay, come on. Up. I can't jump into that because it's just a swirly attack. Yeah, he consistently just runs away from that attack. As if he knows exactly what I'm doing. Okay, that was bad on that. I am just face tanking this, which is not very good. Oops. That's interesting. That the down. Okay, that's a combo. Good to know. That the downward swing into the explosion both can hit you. Ooh, that's probably pure strength, but. And it's an axe, so it's kind of bad, but. I might go over here for a minute. But I have nothing really. There's some things that I could talk about, but there's one thing that's always interesting, and that's just sort of the fact that you can never know what other people know. Like, something that I learned when I was, I don't know, 12, could be something that some people have never heard of because it's not something that matters. Like, this is not something I learned when I was 12. It was more recent, but like, well, what I did learn recently is that my dad and younger brother had not heard about it, and it was Hutzegopteryx, a specific pterosaur that it hunted dinosaurs that lived on Hatzeg Islands, or islands, or Hatteg, is a specific name, is kind of iffy, but it hunted them because they were tiny. The dinosaurs were smaller because of island dwarfism. I don't know the specific term. I'm not a zoologist. I'm not a paleontologist. But that's what happened. So it was a very niche hunter. And it was like the biggest hunter in that area. And neither of them knew about it. Despite the fact that I would have assumed that would be the type of thing that would interest them just as much as it interested me. So you can never know, even if to you it's like, oh, this is something that everyone, even within a specific context, everyone should know. You never know. Like, the birthday problem, which is sort of asking how many people would you need in a room for there to be a higher than 50% chance of two of them sharing a birthday. And like, you'd assume, if you didn't know probability, you would assume, I don't know, 150, 180, something in that range. But the actual number is 23. Like, if there's 23 people in a room, there's a 50% chance that two of them share a birthday. And that's the type of thing where I'm like, okay, I've known this for probably close to a decade. Like, I heard about it a long enough time ago that it's just sort of something that I know as a fact. But I don't know if there's a specific context for why I learned it, whether it was just something that I happened to see on the internet. I know there was a statistics course that I had at one point that talked about it, but I don't remember if it was a generic statistics course or a like specific statistics course, whether that's a topic that's discussed in every statistics course, stuff like that. It's just a lot of stuff goes into what people know, so you can never know for sure what other people know. And I find that interesting. I kind of want to find a bonfire. I know that there's a Margit refight type thing near here. I do not remember whether or not it triggers first time you visit or if it needs something else. I'm not sure. I'm also considering swapping my hammer to the Sacred Order attack buff to see if it can combo with the shield's attack buff to just have better damage than two-handing. Mostly because Waves of Darkness is too specific. It's too hard to actually use against bosses. And even against AoE like this. It's not the best. It's good, it kills them, but it would just be easier to swing my weapon 6 times. But yeah. With like the way the birthday problem, like the fundamental idea is that each person is matched, like checks their birthday with 22 other people. So there's a lot more like chance for people to share a birthday. I hate these teleporting ones. I hate them. I don't even think I need it. I don't know where he is. I don't think I need whatever it's going to provide. I don't know where it went. Goodbye. I'm pretty sure it's not just disappeared. I'm going to go here real quick. Just to mess with my weapon. And then I'll run back up and keep going. To the northeast. Yeah. It's just one of those things where it's sort of like the Monty Hall problem, where if without additional consideration, it would be easy to conclude that, okay, no, I'm just going to test something. So if I do this, 616 to Monty Hall, I need to remember that. 616, 678, 702, they do stack. Okay. It might not be better, but it's significantly more usable to buff with that than to try and use Waves of Darkness. Waves of Darkness is super, like, niche use case. And this gives me another damage type, which is kind of useful. But yeah, the Monty Hall problem, which is where, like on a game show, there's 3 doors. You select a door, you don't look behind the door, and then the host reveals what's behind one of the other 2 doors, and then gives you the opportunity to switch to the door that they didn't open. And the correct answer is to always switch, because they would never reveal the door that has the prize behind it. Oh yeah, one of them has a prize behind it, the other 2 don't. Yes, this is the encounter. So let's buff. Oops. He didn't do that much damage, but... Whoops. Okay. Greedy. Bad roll. And, like, the fundamental of the Monty Hall problem is, you pick one, there's a 1 in 3 chance that that's the prize. But then, which means that between the other 2 options, there's a 2 in 3 chance of the prize. And when that was such an input buffer. When the host reveals the one that doesn't have a prize, the one that remains by itself has a 2 in 3 chance of containing the prize. By virtue of the fact that the pair had 2 and 3, and then you know that... Oh, did I move too far? I moved too far. Yeah, the pair had 2 and 3, so you know that it's better to swap. But then there's the element of, oh, but it's 1 in 3 because they always have 1 in 3, but that's not how it is. And it's sort of... There's also the... It's not FOMO, it's not fear of missing out, but... I'm dead. I should have died there. But, like, if you switch and that one would have won, then you'd feel bad, so people would have a tendency to not accept the switch, even though it is objectively the correct choice to take the swap, because it's double the chance of winning. It's just sort of stuff that, looking at the probability, it's kind of... It can be obvious, but you have to spend a while to think about it. And, like, it didn't... The first time I heard about that, it didn't totally make sense to me. Mostly because it wasn't really explained very well how how it all worked. But it is pretty obvious with a proper explanation why you always take the other door. Why it's a better chance of winning prizes? Is it like... In my head, it's like goats in a car. Like, 2 goats in 1 car is sort of the prize options. I don't know why it's goats, though. Just as a generic, hey, you win something, but it's not really that valuable. It's like a goat situationally is valuable. I mean, a car is pretty expensive. You win a car, you could sell it, but if you don't and you want to actually drive it and you don't own a car, you then need to pay for insurance, you need to pay for gas to drive it. It's just not totally a free... The cash value of a car would probably be better than a car. Wait, was that Melina? Yep.
Spoken echoes of... Shall I share them with you? In Marika's own words. Hear me, demigods, my children beloved, make of thyselves that which ye desire.
Be to Lord, be to God.
But should ye fail to become aught
You'll be
but
forsaken.
tormenting only.
Okay. Not really anything interesting there. Yeah. What? I guess I didn't click it enough. It's kind of interesting. This is me explaining why I'm lost. Going from that to explicitly trying to pay attention to what the character is saying. Can't remember what I was talking about specifically. Less than a minute ago. I'm pretty sure it was the Monty Hall problem in Goats. Yes, it was talking about how a cash value of a car would probably be better than a car. Which would depend on taxation, I think. Like, there are probably situations where if you need a car would be better. If the car isn't taxed, or if the cash isn't taxed, or the amount from the prize is after tax or something. I don't know how taxation works. Well, it obviously varies by country, province, etc. Like, it's not going to be consistent across the world. But I don't know how what the specific consideration between the cash value, like whether a car is taxed based on its like book value, whether it's taxed at all. I assume it's taxed because it's the type of thing that would definitely be taxed, because if it wasn't, then... Oh, wait, I'm not considering something. Yeah. Because that's 678. 585. Yeah, it's better, but not by all that much. I'll try the Cold Mist real quick, too. Because it has an actual direct impact. I want to see what the numbers are. So, right now, 702. So still two-handed. This is 616, which is lower than the Sacred Order did. Yeah, it's a lot lower with this compared to the other one, because the other one is just a straight attack buff. I'm also considering... Why would we... I guess Standard has better damage before scaling. Quality is mixed strength dex. I might go Frost, actually. Let's just try Cold for a bit. Because Cold has better strength scaling, worse base damage, but the strength scaling is better compared to Magic. And the Frost buildup, I just want to change it up, basically. Because that's the only thing that is positive about non-somber weapons. You actually have the variety.
Someone that custom well.
These are good. These are good. These are used for crafting stuff. I don't think there's anything else I need. Below the capital probably connects to the sewer and the Moog people. Which I don't know if I'm going to be able to fight that boss without going through the whole cursed finger, like Shabiri grapes, or Shabriri? I read it as Shabiri, but it might be Shabriri. I heard a noise here. Ah. Neat. Yeah, let's just really quick get sidetracked. So, 613 there. I mean, it's a higher AR with Magic, which it should be considering defense being split. So, I mean, bigger numbers are nice. You can never hate having high numbers. Oh. I kind of hate Deathbirds. I missed. I'm gonna die. I guess I need to kill all these snails. Okay, they can roll. I'm not doing well at all. I'm just kind of hating this. I don't think I've ever fought this particular Deathbird. That was just entirely panic because there's 15 snails. I guess I need to focus on killing all of the snails first thing. Before it even spawns. I need to just get there, kill a bunch of snails. Which might be better if I get the not moon katana, the meteor katana, and use that attack to try and kill the snails easily. Or more easily. Come on. Why are these snails so fast? I guess they might not be snails. They could be snakes that are taking, like, hermit crab snakes. Because they could be taking over skulls that exist. So they're snails, their shells are part of their body. Whereas hermit crabs move between shells. Okay. They're over there. I guess I stay on my horse, maybe? In an attempt to kill the snails? Or maybe I don't go too far that direction. Oh, wait, it's not nighttime. Which means that I can't fight it. Which means killing this stuff is useless. Or I could AFK for like half an hour, whatever it would take to transition to nighttime. Well, I guess I have to go back to the bonfire. If I want to fight that, because I'm pretty sure it requires nighttime. Ooh, there's an item. But yeah, let's talk about hermit crabs. I think it'd be fun if these were like hermit snake. Hermit crabs aren't crabs, right? I'm gonna search this while I sit down. And change the time, but it's kind of like Portuguese man-o-war are not jellyfish. They're like a colony of small animals. Hermit crab and Portuguese man-o-war. Portuguese man-o-war is a marine hydrozoan, which is a taxonomic class of individually very small predatory animals, some solitary and some colonial, most of which inhabit saline water. The colonies of the colonial species can be large, and in some cases, the specialized individual animals cannot survive outside the colony. Portuguese man-o-war are not normal jellyfish. It is a siphonophore, which is fun. But hermit crabs are decapod. There are crustaceans, hermit crabs. Paguroidea. Oh, that's kind of funny. Almost 800 species carry mobile shells, most often calcified snail shells. That's pretty funny, considering these creatures here are... Finding a sneeze. It's funny that I've connected these snail creatures to hermit crabs, but Hermit crabs are more closely related to squat lobsters and porcelain crabs than they are to true crabs. I don't know what a porcelain crab is. They superficially resemble true crabs. Flattened body as an adaptation for living in rock crevices. No idea. They look like crabs, mostly. Yeah, that's fun. Portuguese manowar are just as scary, if not more so, than jellyfish. So I'm still gonna, like, in my mind, other than, you know, the biological defining, I would still treat them as jellyfish. Like, terrifying, don't go near them. Though, like, moon jellyfish are totally safe. You can tap them and you won't get stung, but even then I would not even try. Jellyfish just very spooky. Rude. You hit my horse. Okay, is that all of them? Hopefully, because it gave me a restoration. That was slow, but I took no damage? What was that? Why did I take no damage? He hasn't freeze procced, right? So is he immune? I was slow because my attack was still going. I'm assuming this guy might be immune to freeze. Rude. Yeah, I guess it would make sense for, like, a death creature to be immune to frostbite. Or, like, hyper resistant to it. What's the point of that attack if it does no damage? Like, the attack didn't do anything. It's weird. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but... Twin bird kite shield. Does it give me a buff? If it doesn't, it's useless. At dwindling levels of HP, this shield slightly boosts attack and defense. Hey, that could be good. I kind of want to I should look for better... Oh yeah, that's so good. Divine Scene acts in and of itself as a sacred invocation, gradually restoring the carrier's HP. Maybe with this... Okay, presumably I have regen right now. Do I still have regen if I have it on my back? And if I don't have this equipped, do I still have regen? I do. Do they not stack? I will... I was gonna fall to test it, but I don't actually... Dark Souls 1's fall damage is a bit easy, but... Like, it's a bit easy to take damage in Dark Souls 1 in my opinion, but... I kind of miss it in this context. Okay, that's horrifying. What am I supposed to do? Run away instead of roll? I hate that. That's so much damage. And then this time he flies for a short time. I bet running instead of rolling is what I'm supposed to do. But still, what am I supposed to do? If I'm already under him and taking, like, ticks of damage for, like, half my HP in, like, 2 seconds. I just want to test if this stacks with the talisman. If it doesn't, then I'm not going to ever equip that talisman is going to go unequipped by this, when I'm using this weapon, because I don't need the jellyfish shield with this weapon. Okay, I need to kill the guy. The right guy? Okay, left guy. I guess, yeah, you just kind of run away, and if you get stuck under it, you just die. that's enough damage. Good. Ah, shoot. I forgot there were skeletons. Somehow. I forgot I had to destroy them again. Okay, can I see my HP tick up? 3, 3, 3, 3. That last one didn't look like 3. 5, 5. That definitely, they definitely stack. Wonderful. I will use both of those with when I use this weapon. Why'd that guy take so long to try and attack me? Like, I wonder if there's more items that give HP regen. Like, if you can stack them to the point where you get like 10 HP per second. It wouldn't be very good, but it would be kind of nifty. Well, actually, it would be pretty good. 10 HP instead of 5, that would be double what I just had. And that healed me up very quick. So, like, there's not really much more space for HP regen on, like, equipment. Since it's not like you could just put it on helmet, chest plate, leggings, and boots. You could maybe put on one, but they probably wouldn't. Because that would be too much regen. Like you don't need that much regen. And it would just be kind of too convenient. I don't know. It would make bosses into any hits you get. You could just stack, if you just stacked Vigor, you could take out any boss as long as you just run away enough. Which isn't really in the, like, desired design for this type of game. But I wouldn't be surprised. Because nothing surprises me like that. There should be a tree here, right? There's no tree. Why is there no tree? And like, I get maybe the map's old type idea, but why is there no... Oh, is that a base of the tree? Nope, the base of the tree would be behind me. Oh, I'm blind. There's the tree. Though that does not look like where it was on the map. Maybe I'm bad at reading maps, but... Stop shooting at me. I guess I'll save quit for a second. That's a funny image. The shield behind the back of the wolf mask. It provides like a backdrop. Come on, load please. Yeah, that's not where the trees generally are centered here. This is where the tree is. Like, this tree should be up here. Like, the base of the tree should be up here. Oh well. Doesn't really matter. Just bugs me. There's probably America or near here, right? Focus on the big guy. What did I take a hit from? Did one of them shoot me? Oh no, there's a death, there's a fog that does damage. They threw something at me. Rude. I do like that frost and those sorts of damage procs do... Ooh, I like that. Do seem to be... Like, I do enjoy max health being the primary mechanic for those. Because at least to me, it's better for it to actually be usable on bosses. It's like, for it to be usable on bosses, freeze procs would need to basically one-shot every minor enemy and bleed as well. So it would kind of be a bit too much. Whereas percent health means that it can be kind of bad against normal enemies, but also the weapon damage itself is almost always enough against any low HP enemies that it would be bad against. Like, I like the state of that it being usable. It's a lot more interesting that it's an option that's viable. It's kind of boring when you only spec into it, because then it does a ton of damage when it's bleed. Because bleed has no internal cooldown, I believe. Whereas frostbite, you can't build up frostbite until it decays. Though you might be able to hit them with fire damage to reset it. I meant to test that, but then I got sidetracked because I couldn't actually freeze the enemies before they died. But it's just kind of interesting. I don't know what frostbite probably has another effect beyond the damage, but I don't know if it does anything to enemies. Like, I imagine it seems like the type of thing that would be like, oh, it reduces your stamina regen. It might not be that, but like, it's that type of thing where it's completely worthless against PvE enemies and useful in PvP. Surprised it took that long to knock him over. Ah, lovely. Stuck in the ground. Classic. Anyway, that's fine. It's really annoying, but it's fine. I guess I should kill a shooty boy instead of halberd guy, huh? Because shooty boy is actually dangerous. Oh. Oh, look at that. Gaming. Hello. How are you? Probably just better to hit its feet, huh? Yeah. No point in going for the critical. An item is probably ruined. Ooh, great arrows. Kinda neat. I mean, totally worthless because I'm not using a great bow, but... This guy has leg guards. It's such an impractical attack. I just want... This is one that I need to kill with a critical. Because they have so much HP. And they don't take a lot... They have a lot of defense, basically, not HP. And they have 13,000 HP. Which is a lot. But... I think instead of... I'll go down here later. I want to get into Leyndell today. So I'll finish exploring the ring once I've... like, entered. Or at least once I've beaten the... horse guy. Which I will probably... swap to fight the horse guy, because he's not trivial. He's not a trivial enemy. He is actually a reasonable boss, so I don't feel bad swapping to a real weapon. Where is that pointing to? Is there a way down on the other side of this cliff, or is it pointing all the way across? That's pointing all the way across. No, it's pointing straight down. Okay. Ah, Hero's Grave. Okay. And that's if I go under the bridge. Okay. Easy. He's there. Let's preemptively drink that. It's just so good. It's so good. I missed. I'm not even hitting with the melee and it still hits so hard. Like, it's disgusting. And I'm so happy with it. I'm bad at this. I'm lucky. I got the hit at least. Greedy. Still got the hit, so it's worth it. Yeah. Real weapons are a bit good. We got a shield. The shield's kind of nice because now I can swap this even quicker until I get another shield and it changes up the layout. But for now, it's actually very good. I don't need to hold the shield. I think this shield's great. I think it looks pretty bad, but not like, I don't like how it looks, but I think it fits it's like the lore that I assume it has pretty well. Did that guy die from poison? Or did you can't run past the knight, right? I'm pretty sure you have to kill it. I'm gonna eat a bunch of souls. They're not souls, they're runes. Just to get the 30 and then not have to level it for a while again. I might consume a few too many, but that's probably still not enough, actually. Let's check how many I actually need. 60,000, so I need 11,000 more. This is probably more than enough. These are, I assume, worth at least 1,000 each. Yep. Now I'm at 30, and I don't have to level that again for a while. Next will be intelligence. Until maybe aim for 50? 50 intelligence, and then maybe go back for mind or endurance. And then maybe strength after that. Because this is strength intelligence. 38 strength is kind of good enough. Maybe I should go for 40. But I can explore into the capital next time. After I finish the little bit out here. There's not a ton. Wow, there's a fair bit. I won't do the hero's grave because I'm going to leave those till I have found most of them. But I will explore. There's not a ton in. I think all that I have left that I will try to explore. There's probably stuff that I will miss. Basically, I can explore down here. And if I can get there, I'll explore that. But that's basically it. You know what? I was going to leave it for next time because it's basically 45. But going a little longer just to get that done is probably better. Instead of leaving a tiny bit of work for next time. Getting it all done now is a better idea. So, yeah, I'll have to explore that way. And yeah, that's the only way down. But I'm going to go to that bit first. Except I'm going to have to jump back up. So I'm going to have to jump down to jump back up. Gravity stone fan. Another item that I never use. I guess I'll do this side first since I would have to go back that way anyway. Bears. Hello. Yeah, I think normal bears aren't big enough to break those. I guess I have to. I'll leave that for last. 'Cause I think I can teleport out of. Wait, no, I can't teleport out of. That's what makes it so annoying. The fact that you can't teleport back up from the hero's grave and you have to ride it all the way back up. Which is kind of annoying. Is there a charging Iron Maiden creature here? Or what is there that can break that? Ah, Big Bear. Big Bear can break it. Big Bear? Big Bird? Or Bear in the Big Blue House? I think Bear in the Big Blue House. No, Bear with the Big Blue Couch? There's a little kid show from late 90s, early 2000s that I have like some memory of. Kind of like there's a lot of TV shows that have just enough memory, like the Reading with the Lions, which is a family of lions living in a library that was to teach kids how to read, and like the lions were puppets. Yeah, like Somber 6 is not worth the effort of dragging a bear to that. Bye-bye. Down to the other side. Oop, I got hit. Okay. There was also some weird show that might have been Canadian that was all about a big couch. A girl, but like it was a teenage or young adult actress, was dressed in like clown makeup. Very weird show. I think their entire family were clowns. Cause like they had a grandma. I just, Big Bear made me think Big Bird and other similar kids shows.
Oh, perfect bloody time. I got crab.
Yes, the crab is better than the boiled prawn.
Mate, you heard of the donkey's a madman? Has it out for everyone.
Goes around rank
to see
armor.
him, though. I was in the same jail as him once, so I know firsthand. He's a god-forsaken monster. Not just some petty thug like me. He's a killer. Does all sort of shit to the corpses. To keep them cursed forever. I ain't seen nothing more disgusting in all my years. I ain't ever been more scared neither. Rooted to the bloody spot while he did that. To my friend. Never met someone with a taste for crab I couldn't trust. You've got a real thing here, eh? And it's only getting better.
Oh, weird. I'm glad I don't need to do a quest to be able to buy crab, though. Well, maybe I had to do the quest in Liurnia, but I didn't have to do a quest here to get access to some crab. So I can go back up, but I think that's it. Aside from going down into the hero's grave to get the grace. There's probably things that I've missed. I know that there's a fight that I think is triggered once you've found a certain number of seedbed curses. Right by Boggart? Blackguard Boggart? I believe is his name. I didn't actually read his name this time. I read it a year plus ago, so I could be misremembering. Yeah, down into the dank dungeon. It's a big shield. Oh, that's kind of fun. I could actually use this with Chilling Mist. I won't, because I'm not a fan of using shields as shields. I'm actually very into using shields as like a vehicle for a passive effect. I should probably mark these on the map so that I definitely know that I need to explore it later. There was one there. There was one over this way. Right here. There's one back at the start of the game. Here? Or here? It's one of these two. I'm going to say it's this one. And if it isn't, then I can find it. There's at least another one or two that I probably could find. I'm gonna have to ride back up. And once I'm back up, it's into Leyndell next time. So. Oh. It is twisting. Why is it turning? That's weird. Like, it's not me turning my controls or anything. It's just rotating as it goes up. Why? Huh. Yeah. I'll stop there. Next time I'll continue and explore the capital. I probably should clear that cave that I marked, but I can come back for that later. I want to get into Leyndell. So next time I will start exploring Leyndell. It will probably take a little while to get through the whole area when you include the sewers, the 2 bosses, one of which is pretty easy, the second of which is not crazy difficult. But I wonder if you can land there without dying. I'm not going to try, but I wonder if you can get onto that, if it's even solid, is my main question. Because like, you could hop down to the level below me, but then I don't think you could get further down without dying. And I don't want to waste time trying. There's lots of weird skips based on stuff like that, though, is my understanding. Not here, this one's probably useless, but if you could even get land there. Yeah, next time I will go into Leyndell and have a good time. So, have a nice day. Bye-bye.